I'm Scott Binsack. Welcome to Getting Her Done at Home. On this episode, I'm going to show you the second phase of finishing a new solid wood door. On the first episode of this project, I showed you how to sand the door and stain the door. This episode, I'm going to show you what the next step is. Now that we've had 2 coats of stain on the door, we are now going to put what we call a sand and sealer on the door. And yes, I'm wearing sunglasses because I'm legally blind and I need to wear glasses, so I don't want everybody to think I'm trying to be cool. So we're going to be using a Cabot's Quick Dry Sand and Sealer. Sand and Sealer actually seals in the stain so that it can be sanded for the final finish. The final finish is going to be a Cabot's semi-gloss spar varnish. It'll give it a great effect, as well as take the beating every day that a door will take from the use of your family. The first step in doing this is you need to tack cloth, which is a sticky type cloth, which will pick up any fine fibers, dust that's on the piece being finished. This goes for furniture, doors, moldings inside when you finish them, and you can pick it up at any local hardware store or big box store. And just so everybody knows, I am not sponsoring any products. The products I show you are the products that I have found over the years to work for me. Other people, other professionals, homeowners might have their choice. I'm just showing you what works for me, and I don't care if somebody pays me $1 million. I'm just going to tell you, if I don't like the product, I'm not going to use it. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to wipe this all down, the tack rag. We're going to do the stiles and the rails first. Just follow with the grains. And as I showed you in the last episode, you want to do everything you do with the grains. In other words, the direction that the wood is flowing. In the panels, just take it, run it right inside. Come through it, wipe it down. This is a key step because you will get fine particles in your product if you do not do this, especially when you get to the final coats of the finish. Okay. Now, and as you'll see, it picks up a little bit of the stain and any leftover residue from the staining process. Now I'm going to pop this open. Other key thing with any type of varnish product is you do not want to shake it. If you shake it, it will get air bubbles and your product will not come out as smooth as it should. So I'm just going to take the stir it up real good. So and you can tell by the color, it's like a milky white gold color, and the oils that are inside of here will all come together as you stir it. Now, the next key thing is the brush that you use when using a varnish product. You cannot just use a basic synthetic type brush or other cheap brush. Any type of home improvement project, always remember it pays a little more to buy a better brush, a better roller, things of that nature to get a better product, and it makes your life a lot easier. In this case, this one is a China bristle brush, which is a square-edged, 2-inch. You could use, or as I prefer, this is a Pro Worcester brush, and it's white China bristles, as you can see. And you want to bang out those loose bristles out of the brush before you start using it. And I prefer an angle. From all the years I've been doing this, I just prefer an angle brush especially when cutting in my recessed panels, or if I'm doing trim, and just the way it pulls, I prefer it. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start at the top of the door in the first panel. And I'm just going to take it and I'm going to go inside the first recess with the brush. And you want to put this on liberally, but evenly. Because the key is the next, we're going to put 2 coats of sand and sealer on. And then we're going to sand it with a 320 grit paper before we put our finish on, the final coat. Again, just put it on liberally. You want to make sure your brush pulls past the panel so you don't end build up. If you get a little on the side, just clean it off. Just follow it with your brush gently and move on to the next panel. And again, take your brush, just put it in there gently, and you're trying to keep it off the stiles and rails so you don't have a buildup, and later on we're going to go back after the panels are done and we'll do our stiles and rails. Take your brush and just reverse it when you go into the other corner.